Luganda David Isiona is my name. I work with the network of climate journalists in the Greater Horn of Africa, where we do climate information dissemination to the journalists, mainly the media, and also to other end users, including the smallholder farmers, and work closely with the communities. At NetJoga, we have been working with farmers for quite long, and they have been receiving climate information services. We have a number of challenges, whereby we have the scientifically generated climate information services and the indigenous knowledge. Where we go normally to the communities, most of them are using indigenous knowledge and they don't have the scientific knowledge. Second, we see that the jargon, there is need of bringing this information into the local language, the seasonal forecast to be produced in the local language for everyone to understand it. Another challenge, there is delay of information from the National Met Services. Another challenge is feedback. If you have not worked on the feedback, next time these people will not give you the quality information you need. From the media perspective, we see that when we are disseminating weather and climate information, it is another story. This is a science which is disseminating. One can understand the climate change part, but disseminating this science, understanding the science, what does it mean in the probability? Because this is produced in a probability way. Journalists, we need to change the narrative, the way we are reporting, to start linking effects of climate change, training of the journalists, climate change and mental health reporting. We have to do capacity building of the editors within the newsroom. We need to co-creation, working with a number of organizations.
We have the media, because I use the social media, that is the WhatsApp. And my WhatsApp, it has more than 500 farm groups and also individuals and institutions. And also the radio. We have a very popular radio in Kajiado called the Bus Radio. And they do disseminate this information. And as you are aware, the radio covers a wide coverage in terms of information.
The concept at which we interrogate climate change and weather patterns, we focus on regional weather patterns. Depending on scientific evidence we are given by meteorological departments in individual countries and regions within countries. The media particularly does a lot in terms of policy influence.
Technology is coming up and we can see its effects. We have misinformation. So when we report what we have, maybe from the scientists, the way they have told us, maybe we should expect rains in the coming 3 days, we report what they have told us. But when the rain stop, maybe they don't come, then people start asking, you people of the media, you just tell us the rains will be coming and then we are not seeing any rain. But misinformation is really like being like a biggest challenge when we are doing our work. And another thing is getting information from government officers and officials. You are being told rounds, bureaucracies. Maybe I'm not the person who's supposed to be speaking to the press. Maybe write a letter, you wait for 21 days. So that keeps us like, you wanted the information right away, but you cannot access it. And that's the biggest challenge for us.
So for us to push our agenda, it must first and foremost begin from understanding that you need to work with the media. The media operates on many theories, but the two major outstanding theories of this. One is agenda setting. Agenda setting means that when you wake up, the media makes you to begin to think on what they have presented to you, be it radio, be it television, be it newspaper. When you see a newspaper or a television, or hear a television, or see something on television, or hear something from the radio, your mind is already fixed on that day towards that direction. Even your scientists begin to know that whatever the media covers that says agenda for the people, for the public, you can also be a player in that. Let your issue be part of the thing that the media should be setting agenda on. One. Two, the other second theory is about the framing. The framing is about, it's not just what somebody is thinking about, but how they should think about it. So the media has about does this. This is what it does every day. It frames issue in a way that you, as a reader or a listener or a viewer, should be thinking it in that direction. What do you think the media should be framing? How do you want it to be framing about mental health and climate change issues? In what way? Is it something that needs funding? Is it something that needs more research? Is it something that needs more policy? So if you want all this to be presented to the public, and of course the policymakers being part of the public, they read these things every morning. So if you don't put your issues in this manner in the press or the radio or television, the policymaker will go to his office, will scan through the papers, he doesn't see anything on climate change and mental health, therefore